Hello, it's Rob here and welcome to another sort of build of my new present of the Honda Gorilla Custom. I can't remember now, it's quite small. Is it 1/12 scale? I can't remember and I can't read it now, so there we go. Yes, it's 1/12 scale monkey bike. So let's have a look at the build guide. As you can see, I'm just going along, and while I show you the bits, I was going to do an unboxing video, but Mark's done one, and basically he chose the exact same screenshot that I was going to use for the thumbnail, and hey, it saves me a job. So I'll put a link in the top corner of the video and in the description to Mark's debriefing, and we will get underway shortly. As you can see, quite a few chrome bits and not so many white bits. Oops. And quite a few black bits, so I may do a bit of videoing on the painting, but I may not, because my head will probably get in the way. Anyway, I'm rabbiting on, so let's crack on. Step one is making up the two wheels. They're identical, so it doesn't matter which one you use, but it tells you to make the two. And then it's a case of hopefully joining the two halves of the chassis together, like so. I've already glued in part 37, so I'm waiting for that to dry. And although it doesn't tell me to here, because all it tells me to do is paint these chassis halves black, but hey, they're already black, so I'm not going to mess about with that. But what I am going to do is to try and get a bit more realism, is I'm going to paint the chain and rear sprocket. So I'm going to try and do it on camera, or at least a bit of it on camera, but I do apologise if you don't see any of it, because it's so small. I'm going to have to use my goggles, so my bald head might get in the way, because I'm having difficulty seeing as it is. So here we go, if you can see it, and if you can't, I'm sorry, but I can't do anything about it. And just like me. No, I don't think you'll see much of that, so, but anyway, we will colour it in just to be on the safe side. Oh, there we go. I think I've done it. Oh, missed a bit there. So there's the first coat. I'll do another coat once that's dried, and carry on having a look at what else I can paint before it goes on. So sees you in a while, a crocodile. Righty ho folks, there's steps 1 and 2 done, and the wheel goes round, and it looks sort of like there's a sprocket and chain. So we're on to steps 3 and 4, adding the shocks, the cylinder head and the cylinder body, and the rear rack mount things. And with these chrome pieces, you get a note to tell you to remove the chrome plating before you glue them in. So if I bring it up here, maybe move that out of the way so it's blue on silver. I don't know if it'll focus. No, it's not focusing. Come on, focus! No, you can't really see. Sorry about that, but yes, I've removed the chrome plating before I glue it in, and that goes in there, and then this, which you probably won't be able to see, but there's a half circle so that you can't get this the wrong way round, and that goes in like so. And then the other half of this carburetor slides in there. So I will get gluing and sort these out. These shocks go in there, oops, and in there. So I'll get all of them glued on and show you. Sorry, before I do, these rear rack things slot in one hole there, but then rest on the chassis at the top there. And again, I don't know if you'll be able to see, but I'll hold it like that and try and zoom in a bit for you. Oops. And again with that, I'll try and zoom in somewhere along the lines. So, bear with me guys. And here we have the frame after steps 3 and 4. Adding these two bits and the cylinder head and thingy doobies. And then also, if I can pop it up a bit, there's a tiny little water sticker thing transfer, that's the word I was looking for. So we can get on with steps 5 and 6, or at least 5. And part of step 5 is building up the rear number plates and indicators, and as you can see they needed painting, so I've done that. And then it needs to go in here somewhere. I think it goes there. Yeah. So I'll just show you this one because I haven't showed you any gluing yet. So hang on a second. So I've got my goggles on and we're going to put a bit of glue down here. There we go. Down there. And then we gently ease it into place. It is. No, it's not sticking. Come on, you can do it. My fingers are too chubby. There we go. That's it. So that's glued in, so I'll pop it up like that so that gravity can help the glue. And then we need to glue this little beast on. It's not going in, right. So it goes in there like that. And then we've got this one here that goes in somewhere around about like that, on there. And then we've got this little bit to go on the rack somewhere around there, so I'll crack on with them off camera because I couldn't even do that on camera. Okay, so here's the finished bit of step. Ooh, doesn't roll so smoothly now. Anyway, we can now move on to step 6, which is putting the fuel tank on, the seat, a side panel, a footrest and the gear lever, I think. So let's crack on. Right, well, there's step 5 done, sorry, step 6. So we've got the tank, the seat, the side panel and 2 debris firkings there. The foot peg and the gear change, I think, from memory. So we can now move on to steps 7 and 8, which is fitting another foot peg, the kickstart and the rear brake. And then step 8, which I am absolutely not looking forward to, we've got to fit these 3 bits together somehow, like so, something like that, without any locating pins or anything, and it's got to go into that little hole there. So I'm going to crack on. I'm not going to attempt to do this on camera, so we'll be back. Okay, so here's the exhaust on, and we can now swiftly, hopefully, move on to steps 9 and 10. Okay then, we're now on to step 9, which is in 2 parts. First of all, building the front shocks, upright things. I never remember what they're called anymore, because I'm getting old. And I've already started by gluing the horn in and the front brake, and obviously that will at some point go like so. And then what we really need to do is get this bit glued in. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue this side in first, so it slots in. It doesn't really move that much, so I'm just going to glue it. There we go. Probably far too much. And we're going to stick it through like that. And then while it's, or before the glue sets properly, I'm going to put the wheel on. And I'm going to put some more glue on this other debris firking front fork, that's what. Oh, I'm getting too old for all of this. So I'm going to pop that in there and then hopefully do that. And then leave that to go up. So I'll be back in a while. Crocodile. Well, that's the first part of step 9 complete, and the wheel spins, which is cool. So we can now move on to the second part, which is putting the front mudguard on, which I've already done, and then we should be able to pop this in. He says, but I cannot see, Captain. Right, so once you've got everything in place and glued in for that, we can move on and I've already put the oil cooler or water cooler, I'm not sure which one, I'm presuming it's water now I've just said that. So I will get on and find part 18 and show you once it's all glued and dried. So once again, see you later. Now we've got the front end on, we could move on to step 10, which is going to be gluing the handlebars on like that and putting this little speedometer on there. So we'll get on with that, and the second half is going to be sticking the front indicators on, and then we've got a couple of decals. I've already put it on the speedometer, but then we've got the gorilla, which is that one, I'm assuming, to stick on, and I might actually stick this Honda one on this side panel here. Right, now then, these stickers are what we call water transfers. So I've got my little tub of water and we pop it in, and then I've got my tweezers, and I can never remember what these are called, but these are self-close tweezers, so you have to press the arms together to open them. So I've got that, and then I prefer to use a cocktail stick for transferring them on. And yes, there's no kind of time limit. I think most of the instructions that I've ever read say 10 seconds, but honestly it's always taken a lot longer than that. Before the sticker will slide. Yeah, no movement, so I'm going to dip it back in again. And yeah, you just have to wait. Because I'm on camera, it's taking forever. Oh, there we go, I saw it move. So what I try and do is manoeuvre the sticker so there's some overhanging, and then hopefully get it roughly in position. Something like that. I think that will do us. And then I get a cotton bud and try and gently squeeze the water out without moving the decal, which I've just done. But there we go. And there's the decal done. So I'll crack on. Now the handlebars and indicators are on. We've just got a few more things to do. We've got to put these two mirrors on. But before I do that, I'm going to be doing the tube work for the clutch. I've already done the accelerator and partially done the speedo. I've just got to glue the top in, but that looks like it's going to be really fiddly, so I think I'll be leaving that till virtually last. So I'm going to start with the clutch, and as you can see there's a note there that tells you if you're having difficulties, to use a cocktail stick to widen the opening. So I've done that. I've taken the chrome off. So we should just put a bit of glue, there we go, on. And then what I found is it's easier if I use my tweezers quite low down, and then hopefully get it on. Come on. I can't see. Hang on a second, folks. I'm not sure that's all the way on. It's on fairly well, but I might be able to get it on a bit more. But then again, I might not. Yeah, I think that's pushed on a bit more, so I'm going to leave that to dry and then do the rest. And then once we've done that and glued these mirrors on, we've got another couple of decals, and I think that should then, yep, finish the build. So I'll be back in a bit. And here it is, all finished, ready to go on my mantle shelf or wherever I wish to put it. Yeah, not a bad little kit to build. There we go. So with that, I hope you enjoyed watching this and look forward to seeing you on the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.